What is up, guys? It's DDK back with some QuakeWorld action. This is a demo requested by Thorin, so thanks Thorin for this request. And this is a very old demo. This is the actual original Castle of Vana demo. I mistakenly called a previous game I uploaded the Castle of Angua, but in all fairness, Angua is amazing, and that game was a much more recent one, even though it's still like 7 years ago. This game I think is 2001? 2000? I don't have the page up. Okay, it's 2000 or 2001, so this is a really old game. And Vana is the man of the hour, and we're going to be spectating from Vana's POV. And for Euthanasia we have Goljat, Paradoks, Pingvin, Vana. And for Flaming Fist we have Akke, Exile and Pietro. And this will be an E1M2. And this is a very old demo file, so it's going to be jerky. Hopefully it comes out okay on YouTube, but it's going to be jerky, for me at least. And it's going to be like, it's not going to have any health bars, and we're not going to see a team overlay. So what I've done to try and mitigate that is to basically, like, well, you'll see, I'll have the team messages actually showing in this game, like should be quite visible in this game. So we'll try to use those to derive all of our information of the team, even though they have no colours really, so it's going to be difficult. But yeah, here we go. We've got Vana grabbing that, or trying to grab that quad, but ends up killing him after dying, and that's cool. I mean, the quad goes out of play. That's fairly standard for E1M2 at the start of the game. The first quad doesn't usually mean too much. I mean, there's 3 spawns pretty much right on it. So yeah, and we've got Vana here just sitting on this yellow. It was taken though, I didn't see who did take that yellow, and I can't see on the binds who took it, but it looks like Paradoks has RL safe, so he's got a teammate at RL. Looks like he just picked up another RL as well. So we got Vana here just trying to see what he can get to work with, and camping this tully exit as he waits for the green armor. And there's a green for him, and he's going to go and straight to this rocket launcher, which will be spawning very, very soon. Oh yeah, we have no item timer either, so that's interesting. So he's going to try and get out to the quad area and finds some members of Flaming Fist, takes them down, and will be making the rounds at Mega. So right now it seems like, oh yeah, we have no rocket counter either, so we are lacking a lot of spectator features right now. This is pretty awesome. So it's gonna be like, how well can I commentate and read team messages? That's what this will be about. But there are 2 rocket launchers for Euthanasia. We've got Goljat with one as well. He's at the quad right now, and Vana also with his rocket launcher. We just saw him do use a rocket jump script there, so those aren't legal anymore as far as I know. And trying to get back into this yellow. I mean, this yellow is going to be pretty important for him. The quad is going to be spawning momentarily, and he decides to, oh yeah, I was going to say, like, going for the quad when you're that low is kind of useless, and the yellow does get stolen from him, so that's unfortunate. Had he not hesitated, he would have gotten that. And we can see him pretty low and without any rockets, so he's in dire straits right now. Desperately needs support from his team, and there are some rockets for him, 5 rockets. And he's going to grab this yellow hopefully, and that's going to put him in good stead to survive a bit longer. Finishing off with that SSG is always smart. You need to conserve your rockets. And he's back up to some decent stats again, pretty healthy. Although that boomsticker did do quite a bit of damage, and here comes an enemy rocket launcher, managing to take him out, Pietro there. And he did drop a pack into GL, and it's like Flaming Fist have pushed their way in onto the yellow, but quad is spawning momentarily in the next 10 seconds, so Flaming Fist look to be strong for that as well. Vana not having a great time of things right now, 3 minutes into this game, and Euthanasia do have a frag lead, but now I don't believe that Euthanasia have any rocket launchers, and there's at least 2 for Flaming Fist right now, so that means that, oh, Paradoks has a rocket launcher, my bad. He is at the Mega, the plus 100, lol. He's at the Mega area with his rocket launcher playing defensively, trying not to die, and we can see Vana's just going to be trying to he's going to be trying to get this rocket for himself, and he's going to try and meet up with Paradoks, I should think, but that's going to be denied. They really need to make a team effort. They need to find each other and get on. Looks like Paradoks did lose his RL, and it's just Vana with the RL for Euthanasia right now, and we're looking at least 2 or 3 RLs for Flaming Fist. He finally gets into this Mega, so it should be spawning soon because Paradoks was the last guy who had it, and we know that Paradoks lost his RL, so he died, so it should be, there it is. Yeah, I was right. So he needs the rockets desperately. There it is. Now he can make an attack onto the quad. Well, he's a bit late for quad. He's going to have to make a play for the next quad. His play is just going to be to stay here and survive until the next quad. Now, and the enemy team knows he's there with the rocket launcher, but his position's pretty decent. But he has to watch out for the quad rockets coming from those angles. But it looks like he should be okay. The quad doesn't seem too interested in him right now. And Flaming Fist have pulled back a huge amount of frags and have taken the lead and are almost 20 frags up. And we can see that it's going to be time now for Vana to move in as the quad is spawning. And here we go, he's going to make an attempt on this quad. And he just GA left, a little bit of GA, is going to be pretty useless. He's in a horrible position, he needs to get out there. 1 HP and he's dead. So Vana not able to get it done, but he had a tall ask there, and no surprise that he was going to lose out in that situation. Unfortunately, he didn't manage to survive. He left a decent amount of leeway to escape, and he did actually try to escape, but he got unfortunately hit a lot by some spawners as he was exiting the area. So I mean I feel like he played it pretty well. Sometimes when I'm looking at these situations, I'm looking out for when players got overcommitted, and he definitely didn't overcommit there. He made he picked a good time to move back out of the area, so that's cool. He just got a bit unlucky. So here waiting for another RL with the 58 YA that he has. Grabbing that Mega, he's in a decent position to contest for this quad again. And if he can get a rocket kill, he can maybe get a pack for a teammate, and that'd be absolutely amazing for him and his team, as they are still behind by like 20 frags. Almost 20 frags. And he does get the quad. So Vana, looks like Flaming Fist were having some issues there. They definitely had enough rockets to contest it, but I guess they didn't have the health. Vana managing to take a couple of dudes out and at least 1 rocket kill, and looks like Flaming Fist may not even have any rocket launchers left. So some great play with the quad there, and some very steady aim and a midder on his teammate Goljat, and he's having to defend this yellow armor by himself, and that's fine. He will escape to get that GA, but he needs to make his way back to the yellow, and that's what he's going to do, I would hope. Yeah, there we go. Through the trap. Back to the yellow. He's got to be careful of these pines. Pietro there, waiting to try and take him down, and we've got Goljat trying to hold that yellow for him and help him out, give him some support. And he's going to ignore those guys because quad is coming up soon, and he's going to want to get position on the quad, and he's getting people are spawning everywhere around them, and he's managing to deal with it very well so far. And we've got Dag there being a nuisance on the quad and actually killing Vana, and Vana needs to basically see what he can make happen at the quad. After 1 spawn running in there, he realizes there's not much else he can do, so he backs off, and now he's going to attack the yellow, which is a decent idea, as Flaming Fists are very low on rocket launchers, so flooding is very good in this kind of low rocket launcher climate. Flooding is very good. We can see him just playing with the SMG here, and now he's going to push into that yellow and see if he can get one. Finds Pietro with that rocket launcher, and Pietro does kill him, but Pietro has to be very low, and his options are restricted right now to just waiting for this rocket launcher, and it does spawn on him, so that's good. He needs to get himself an armor though, and he's going to try and get over there without taking any damage. He doesn't want a confrontation at all if he can avoid one, and unfortunately a confrontation finds him. He doesn't lose much health, which is great, only like 17 health, and that's not too bad, but he really needs to be getting himself onto this yellow, and he manages to kill a rocket launcher there, and the pack is dropped, but he's too low to save the pack safely, so he just takes it and jets, and that's the great decision. You should never save a pack if it will mean that your life is at too great of a risk, and he realizes that and reacts accordingly. Has to be careful now. The enemy team does have information on where he is, and he's going to be in a position where he's going to have to like just defend against this flooding. And as we can see there, the enemy team is wanting to flood him there, and that was not a good drop. He was definitely not going to survive, and he dropped the rocket launcher even though it had no rockets in it. That's pretty bad, but no matter, hopefully it doesn't mean too much of a deal. At least Euthanasia have pulled back the frags, and now it's a 2 frag lead for Euthanasia, but I don't actually know what they have. I'm just looking at the binds again. I haven't done that for a while now. They're not actually using binds a huge amount right now. In modern QuakeWorld, pressing status is like this thing that's heavily conditioned into almost all of the players, all of the veteran players, and you should expect a huge amount of status messages, which would really give you a great idea of what's going on in the game, especially considering that team overlay is not allowed in EQL official games, in Division 1 at least. I think maybe in Division 3 they allow it, I'm not sure. So you have to rely on binds and voice to really get an idea of the landscape of the game. And here we got Vana with no weapon, just boomsticking his way around, trying to see what he can get done. Quad is spawning, so that is unfortunate for Euthanasia, as I don't think they have anything to really get on it with. And we can see Akke flaming fist there. Akke is just defending that well with that rocket launcher. Doesn't look like he's going to be challenged, although we cannot see his health, so it's quite possible he could be low. And we've got Paradoks does have a rocket launcher at the quad, but he's extremely weak, and he does bore that rocket launcher, so someone's going to get that pack. And looking at the team binds, I can't see anyone who took that pack except maybe Pingvin. Maybe Pingvin took it. Either way, we've got a rocket launcher here for Vana, and he's going to want to get onto this yellow and take as little damage possible doing that. And he does. I like that. He actually waited a second there, because he was about to move over a spawn, and that's like one of the worst, most annoying spawns in the game, because when you're moving through that area, you can't. I don't think you can avoid it, and I don't think if you're going to cross over that area, the only way to avoid it is by stopping. Usually with the spawns and the spawn telefrags. Oh, he gets killed by Dag there. It's a good attack from the trap by Dag, but the majority of spawn telefrag situations you can avoid by just knowing where to stand and where to move, how to adjust your movement. So he does go back to the rocket launcher area here, and this is pretty much the best decision he could have made. E1M2, by the way, is often criticized in the modern day of QuakeWorld, and the reason is really just because of how simple it is compared to DM2 and DM3, but it's a great map for beginners to learn, because it can really help you learn some of the key fundamentals of QuakeWorld 4 and 4, because again, it's very simple, and the jobs that players need to do are quite simple. So as we can see, here he is defending this rocket launcher. He can't really do anything with it if he does choose to attack somewhere, so that's why he was waiting there. He would rather get them rockets than the mega, but he's forced to leave the area and make his way to yellow. And it seems like he got quite lucky, and the path was actually clear for him, despite how low he was. So Vana is happy with that. And we have 7.5 minutes left in the game, and Euthanasia with a 23 frag lead. So it's looking pretty good. And we can see that he's finding a lot of dudes off the spawns here at the GL area, and it's actually losing a lot of health and gets hit in the back from Dag with that rocket launcher. Does manage to kill that SMG guy, and that's nice. The GA is up, and he's going to save it for a rocket teammate, and attacking the yellow, try to get his rocket teammate into this yellow area. So that's good play there. As you can see, look, they've taken the area as a team here. That was brilliant play. And Dag with the rocket jump up onto the yellow. Excellent play from Dag. That was really, really nice. That's a fantastic move if you can pull it off. If you have the timing on the yellow rocket jump up onto it, you have some good position and you can get some good shots off, and obviously the extra armor helps a lot too, and Dag pulled that off fantastically. and really put that team effort from Euthanasia to rest, all by himself. So excellent play by Dag. And we've got, it's a team quad, Pingvin with the quad for Euthanasia right now, and that's going to be good for them. But he doesn't have anything, and I can't really see whether or not Euthanasia has any rocket launches right now. Does not. Oh, the Goljat. Goljat has a rocket launcher, and Goljat just died, so that is not good, ladies and gentlemen. 6 minutes left, and no more rocket launchers for... Paradoks has one. Okay, so Paradoks is the only rocket launcher for Euthanasia, and he has to make sure that yellow is safe and that the GL area is also as safe as possible. But it's just him, and he just got taken out by Exile. I mean, it's such a tall order to do all of that by yourself. And quad, often on E1, M2, quads aren't highly contested. There is a lot of situations where the people who have rocket launchers will prefer to survive and stack up on yellows as opposed to actually getting the quad. If they are certain it's going to be a boomstick quad, then they don't mind. Then often, like, it's okay to give it away, because rocket launcher with armor and position is often a lot stronger than a quad without a gun, or rather just a quad with a boomstick. We've got Goljat charging into the yellow here, Vana following close behind him, and now Goljat has made it possible for Vana to get into this area safely, and that's going to be very helpful for them, as now he can get stacked up on this yellow. And 5 minutes left into this game, they really need to start solidifying this lead, and this is the way to do it. If we can get a good solid defense on the GL area from Vana, if he can survive long enough for this next quad, we're going to be in great shape here with for Euthanasia to take this game, and it's looking good. So we got a lot of damage being dealt to Vana, but a lot of kills as well. In trouble, manages to escape. Vana has a good sense of when to escape, but Dag with that quad rocket insta-gives Vana, and stuff could be turning around here. But there's not much time to work with, only 4 minutes and almost 40 frags, so Dag has a lot of work to do. Pretty crazy to think that this game was played like 12 years ago, pretty much. It's pretty insane. And the game like would have looked completely different, as far as like it would have been software and stuff like that, and not this lovely non-software OpenGL whatever that I'm using right now, with all of my nice particle effects and what have you. They wouldn't have had anti-lag, they wouldn't have had so many things. QuakeWorld was just a completely different beast back in these days. Quite remarkable that I love the backwards compatibility of the client, so that I can just watch any demo from any time period in QuakeWorld's life. Here we go, Vana pretty stacked now, he's going to get himself back onto this yellow. And with 3 minutes left again, this game looks really good for Euthanasia. Vana trying to make a defense there on the yellow, but Dag again, it's just always Dag managing to take Vana out. It seems like Dag is the bane of Vana, really. And again, Vana needs to wait for this rocket launcher. Pietro there stops him with the super nail gun, pumping him full of nails. Dag with the quad. Dag is playing really well on this game, but look at the amount of frags Vana's racked up. Back when this game was played, it seems like this game really solidified Vana as an amazing E1 M2 player. Obviously this game isn't quite as flashy as Angua's game, but I mean Angua's game is from like 2005 or something, maybe 2004. I can't even remember, but it's such an insane like time frame, and these time gaps, it's crazy. But yeah, this game is extremely old. But yeah, I feel like Angua can claim the title of, you know, Castle Angua with the performance he displayed in that demo. I feel like there was a sufficient time gap between the two games, and it was a different era of Quake. There we go, 1 minute left, and Flaming Fist, 30 frags behind. So, don't spam, says Vana. Vana is not a fan of the spam. I think in this version of QuakeWorld as well, like considering how long ago it was, I think if you walk to the exit, because like through the Mega, like underneath where he is now, there's an entrance which goes to the exit. I think if you walk like all the way to the exit, I think you just die. I think you just get insta-killed, I think, if I'm not mistaken, back in these days. It's quite interesting. Dag there, just going a bit AFK it seems. Yeah, another thing that really tells you how old this game is the fact that Paradoks is not got the Slackers tag on. And Slackers have been around for a long time. So Vana, in the infamous Castle of Vana game, the classic game, very good performance. And I have speaking of E1M2, I've got some Griffin stuff that Ganon has been asking for me to cover. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that blast from the very, very long time ago past. This was a really old game, so I hope this game gave you a bit of an insight into how things looked back in 2000, 2001. It was very different, but I mean the players are still like pretty damn good considering. So hope you enjoyed that, and stay tuned for more. Thanks for watching.